Hi, folks. I want to tell you a little story. So many years ago, my mom wrote a book. And in those days, this is like almost 40 years ago, or just over 40 years ago. She wrote this book, and the publisher was in Independence Square, Port of Spain, Trinidad. And in those days, promoting the book, we didn't have anything digital like what we have now, okay? So she gets the book published. It was called My First 50, an anthology of 50 poems by Maricita Moreno Eversley. And the publisher advised that, okay, they were paying for it. She would receive a commission from the sale of each book. So let's say that she got 40% and they kept 60% because they paid for publishing. So as the months went by, she found that, okay, she started off receiving some funds and then suddenly, it was dwindling down. The books weren't moving. So my mother, being my mother, thought, well, okay, no sense having a book and people not reading it because they don't have it. She went to the publisher and she said, listen, will you give me some of the books? So let's assume 500 was published. So the publisher said, okay, no problem, I'll give you some books. However, you will need to pay me for the books that you take, and the difference is yours. So let's say my mother got 100 books, and each book sold at $10, the publisher would get $6. So she got the books, and she took her daughters with her, all four of us, to walk around different neighborhoods. And the first batch of books that she got, we sold out in a couple weekends, okay? So she sold the books for the $10, and, well, me being me, I decided that I wanted to get a cut on that. I was young, I was either 13 or 14, I can't remember, but I had this mentality of more. Let's call it the hustler mentality. That's where it starts from. So the next time my mom went, I said, Mom, here what? I helping you sell this. I want to make a little something on it. So she said, here what? I will give you some, but you need to give me the money that you earn, and I will give you back, maybe $4 on 3 books. So that would have been $12. So this is me. I go on there selling the books in Diamond Vale and the other areas around Victoria Gardens, wherever, in Dego Martin. Because we used to live in Dego Martin. And I decided I wasn't selling no books for no $10. I was selling it for $15 because if I could get $5 more on the books, plus my little $12 for mommy, well, I rich. Why not? I want to buy my Jordan jeans. So I'm sharing this story to say that when you have something, you have a choice. You could wait for people to come and purchase, or you could make a difference. You could decide. Now, my mother decided that she wasn't going to allow her words to not be read. So she went out there and she developed and created her own market. This is what we have to do with social media. Imagine social media is the door that you are knocking on, and someone is going to buy. You have a choice, You could just post up a little picture or have your stuff one place and don't push, but you still have to push. The moral of this story is here's what: if you don't do it yourself, it's not going to get done. And if you don't do it using the tools that you have and the resources at your disposal, well, that's on you. But if you need to do what you need to do as an entrepreneur, I challenge you to go out there and think a little bit out of the box and use the resources that you have and get your business out there, okay? Till I see you again, let's GTM. Get that money, get the money, and get their money. Bye.